Morning, guys. It's so bright, my eyes are closed. I hope that you guys are okay. It is 10 minutes to 7. I was already ready yesterday and in the car. Today, I'm not. I just kept snoozing the alarm. I made a more semi-detailed video that I'm still editing for my members only. If you want to join my members only, hit the join button below. It's $4.99 a month. I've put it at a level where everybody could afford it. Okay? And I do that for a very specific reason. But I'm going to hop in the shower and get myself together, and hopefully I could still get on the road by 7:30.
It's 6:50.
But I'll talk more about what happened, but not in detail. I'm just gonna gloss over it. Anyway, let me get in the shower. Morning, guys. It is much brighter today compared to yesterday. So it's 8:20. You may have seen my video yesterday, you might not. If you've not, go and check it out. It's linked, I think it's on this side. I don't know, I can't remember, but it's linked somewhere here. So do check that out first. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! I was parked onto the curb. Anywho, I'm heading into work now. So yesterday's video, I was really psyched, to be getting into it early and be super productive, you know what I mean, and get on with what I need to do, right? But clearly that wasn't received in a very good way. Getting into work seems to be an issue. Yesterday I spoke more about it on my members only subscription, which is on YouTube. So if you look below this video where you see the subscribe button, there's a button, I think it's in blue, that says join. It's $4.99. I'm repeating this and I'm saying this so you don't feel excluded. It's $4.99 a month. You could set up how you're making your payments or whatever. It's $4.99 a month. Obviously YouTube does get a cut of that because it's their platform, but if you want to see like stuff in more detail, that's where you can find it. What I'm saying here, once again, will just be surface level, okay? So obviously there was an issue with the whole me starting at the time I started. There was something brought up about communicating and me coming in at that time. Basically, I'm gonna say it how I received it. Basically, me coming in at the time I came in did nothing. And guys, it did, because I spent an hour and a half putting back equipment where it needs to go, cleaning up, making sure the computers are all on, doing stuff that I needed to do, stocking up the consumables, stuff that other people overlook. I was doing that, okay? I don't want to get into all of it because I did in my other video, so that's all I'm going to say. So anyway, I was like, okay, cool, you know what I mean? And I also want to say, yeah, in the little conversation yesterday, the person said, oh, can I just ask, why did you come in so early? And I said, well, I had childcare for my son and I did have the time, so I thought coming in early, would help out. And then she's like, oh, but we don't get clients in until 10. And I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with the price of bread? I didn't say that to her, but I'm thinking in my head, what does that have to do with the price of bread? I'm here, I'm early, I'm getting stuff done that's not going to eat into the time that I've got to do other stuff when it gets busy, right? That's what I'm thinking as a person who does the job that I do. Because I can't really dive into it too much. It's a bit confusing to communicate to you guys. So I was like, okay. And she was like, oh, it would have been better if you came in for 9 or 9:30, because then you'll have that half an hour to get things done. And display stands in my cabinets and stuff to make sure that everything looks good, everything's sequenced, and people feel like this is a professional environment. But hey ho, suits me fine, right, for being professional. I've had a headache from since yesterday. I've not really been feeling my job, and you lot don't ever hear me complain about my job, and I'm not complaining about it, but I've not really been feeling it. And it's not the work that I have to do, it's the people that I'm working with. And I feel like when some people get into certain positions, they allow that to get to them heads. Okay, yes, you have to be professional, but I don't see you being unprofessional when it comes to, yeah, I really wish I could say what I want to say, but I can't. I can't do it like straight here. I just can't. Like, I'm not going to put my job on the line. But when people get into certain positions, it gets to their heads, and you know, everything that they've wanted to say to you while they were in their normal position. So let's say this person is a senior now, but when they weren't a senior, all the things that they wanted to say to you when they weren't a senior, they're now saying as a senior. That's how I'm receiving it, and that's how it is, right? And I think because I'm thinking about it and I'm talking about it and I'm editing the video, because like I said, in my members only section, the video goes a little bit more into detail, and I could really like say what I want to say, right? Anyway, I'm just gonna pray and fast about the situation, because one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna let anybody push me out of my job. The last time I had some sort of issue at one of my workplace, you know, let me tell you lot what I did, and you might not agree, but let me tell you lot what I did, what Gracia did. This man, this is a different job I'm talking about, and I'm going to tell you lot how serious I am about life. Yeah, I was working in a company that sells household appliances, right? That's the company I was working in. The owner of the company brought in his girlfriend into the company to work. That's when I had my diagnosis of endometriosis there. So this is going back 2007 time, 2008, right? But in 2010, this is when this occurred. So we're going back 14 years. I had to be off on medical grounds, right? And I told the lady, first of all, my grandma died, so I had to fly back to the Caribbean. This was in February 2010. I remember it like yesterday. So I had to go back home. My sister couldn't go because she just gave birth via cesarean to my nephew. And even if it was a natural birth, she wouldn't be able to go. You can't just give birth and be going on a plane, you know, blood clots, all them stuff. If you know, you know. Anyway, let's move along. So I went to my grandmother's funeral. I'm not even sure if I got paid for it. I can't even remember. Anyway, let's move. When I came back, obviously, I was having really bad issues, because like I said, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. I'm pretty sure it was in 2007. So I went and I spoke to her and I said, I need to, you know, get this looked into, and my GP is doing this, that, and rotating. I'm communicating the stuff with the owner's girlfriend. She said to me, you know what she said? She said, oh, you've just come back and you're constantly being off and da-da-da. And I'm thinking, I beg your pardon, can we pick and choose when life is gonna life, right? Or when our health is gonna unhealth? Do you see what I did there? We can't. So I was like, okay. And then she was going on and on and on about it. And I said, I've got the doctor's note, I've got everything. She wasn't having it. I went to my desk, yeah? I went to my desk. I didn't cause a scene. Me, I wanted to cause a scene because I wanted to go down on the showroom and knock down everything. Yeah, that's the hothead in me. But I said, you know what? I'm not gonna catch. What the fuck are you doing, man? Fucking driving like a twat. I'm not gonna catch jail over a job. So I packed up my desk, packed up my stuff, and I left. I just walked out. I walked out of the company. I walked out of it. That's it. I didn't say I'm gone, nothing. I walked off that job. Now I wouldn't tell you not to do it. Don't do it, because it took me a long time to get employed again. Not because I walked off the job, but at the time I wasn't fully aware, but there was some sort of semi-recession going on in between there, right? Cool. That's what I would do. But I said that to give you guys an example. I don't tolerate bullshit, right? I don't. I'm a very professional person when I'm in the workplace, and I like to keep it that way, okay? Any place I work in, they will tell you I'm an efficient worker. I do what I have to do. I go above and beyond my job role, but I'm not doing that no more. The reason I'm saying that is not to tell you guys that I'm some kind of gangster or I'm a bad girl, but I don't tolerate certain stuff. I just don't. Back to my current job now. I think I'm getting stressed out by it. Just the atmosphere and stuff like that. I do know they speak about me. I do know they talk about me coming into work at 9 or 9:10, 9:15. It bothers them. But when I come into work at 7:30, where you're telling me, oh, the other person used to start at 7:30, and I mentioned it to you a couple of times, and if it was a no-go, why not say it's a no-go? Do you know what I mean? And then you're telling me, oh, it's not really, you're indirectly telling me it's not really beneficial to what you guys have planned on that day. Anyway, yesterday I was able to finish at 12:30 because I finished what I was doing. Imagine if I didn't go in at 7:30, right? And got a head start on all that I needed to do. Just imagine how long I would be there. And another thing she does, she would come, like when it's 12:30, she would come and say, oh, you're getting ready to leave now? Like, you're pushing me out, even if you see me in the middle of finishing up a job. Now, I get it. You don't want me there. I get it. So yesterday I said, oh, I'm just finishing this up and I'll get out of your hair. That's what I said to her. That's literally what I said to her. I kid you guys not. Nothing more, nothing less. And I said it, and I know it sounds petty and unprofessional, but I said it because at the end of the day, you're pushing me, and I believe you're pushing me to get a reaction, or you're not seeing above your job role. And I feel like they should put people on courses before they put them in certain positions, because us, the lower people, are the ones who keep your business spinning. We're the ones who do the jobs that they don't want to do, okay? And even though they all started doing the job that I'm doing, we are the ones that do the job that they don't want to do. Anyway, enough about that. So I said, okay. At 2 o'clock this morning, I was up with a headache. So my headache started yesterday. I drank countless amount of teas, guys. I was just drinking hot tea. Because I thought, oh, maybe it's because I didn't eat on time or whatever, right? So I was just drinking cups and cups of tea, thinking, you know, it's due to gas. You know, because when you don't eat, you get headaches and stuff. No. I think it's down to stress. 2 o'clock this morning, I'm up. And I'm thinking about it. Before I went to sleep, I'm thinking about it. I'm even voice noting my friend some long ass 8-minute voice note at a time, and I don't like long voice notes, yeah. So I apologized to my friend, right? I'm like, I'm so sorry. Well, I didn't apologize, but I'm saying it now because I guess sometimes she watches my channel. Sorry for the long voice notes, babe. But yeah, she was saying to me she would have gone straight to HR, but because I've been involved and I've said things that I shouldn't have said, I don't want to go down that route, because it will always be 3 against 1, okay? But this morning I got up and I was just moving in slow motion, because the time I fell back asleep was after 3, and then the tiredness is hitting you just as you're about to get up. And I said, well, if me coming in at 7:30 is an issue, why kill myself? I'm not going to kill myself. So I'm just driving, taking my time and going where the hell I'm going. You know what I mean? I'm not going to kill myself because it's not appreciated. And then you're looking at it like it's an issue. And I believe in their head, they're thinking that I'm just doing what I want. But that's not the case. I'm not doing what I want. Why would I do what I want? It's not my business. It's not my company. Why would I do that? Do you know what I mean? I'm coming in trying to help you, but I said I'm not going to help nobody. I'm going into work and I'm just going to be professional. Don't ask me nothing about my personal life. I'm going to say I would rather not discuss that. My mistake is telling these people people too much about me. I'm 2 years in this particular place, because remember, I'm still working for the big corporation company, but I moved to cover someone who retired, right? So I'm surrounded by quite a lot of females, and I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah, I 10 out of 10 do not recommend. And I know I'm not the problem, because anybody who has been around me, I'm not the problem. I'm the least problematic person you know. And I'm not saying that to convince you or to convince myself. I'm saying that because it's facts. I'm not a problematic person. I would advocate for myself, yes, and I would not make you take the piss out of me, yes, but I'm not problematic. I go into my job and I do what's required of me, and I keep it moving. But my problem, my mistake, was telling them too much about me. Too much. Telling them, oh, you know, I'm a mom. I mentioned that my parents died. And I didn't just mention it out of the blue, guys, because I like chatting. I think sometimes when you're in a certain atmosphere and there's certain conversations, you mention things. Just don't ask me nothing. I will talk about my health, you know, stuff like that. And I said it because I said, if something happens to me while I'm on the job, I want them to know, if the ambulance come and they ask questions, oh yeah, for example, Gracie is pre-diabetic. That's not an example, that's actually true. She's pre-diabetic, she's had an operation for this, or she's had an operation for that. That's why I mention it. I don't mention it because I'm loose-lipped. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, it is whatever it is, okay? I'm just not really feeling it. I feel like I'm somewhat slyly being picked on because they've been so aggravated with me coming in at the times I come in, but my contract, and I always go back to my contract, says 9:30. I raised this up with the team leader, and the team leader said, you know, they could always change the contract. I said, well, you could change the contract, but I could go to a lawyer, yeah? I could go to a lawyer, and this is what a lot of us don't know, right? They could change a contract. Like your job role could change, but your contractual hours, you agreed to them because they fit your life. If I go to a job and the job says, okay, it's 9 o'clock start and you're finishing at 3, and you get a 30-minute break, right? And I took that job because I'm like, okay, I'm able to drop my son, pick up my son, and it works around my family life. I'm going for that job. If then 2-3 years later down the line, you decide, oh, you're going to change it, no, because I still have that said child, and I still have, you know, my family life, my thing to do. I took the job based on what you put in your job description. Anyway, it's a whole lot of palaver, guys. I hope this video makes sense. I'm not really feeling up to it. I'm getting in now. It's 18 minutes to. I really don't care. You see, when I stop caring, it's a problem. And I'm not doing this to affect anybody or to get a response from anybody or to think that I'm above the law or anything, because nothing I'm doing is wrong. If it gets worse, I will raise it to HR. I will have a meeting with HR and I will express my grievance. I will take it above, and that's me. There's always someone above you. People fail to realize that. I don't have to start with the team leader. I could go up to the operations manager. I could go up to the head of the organization. I could go above the head. I could go to HR. You know what I mean? Nobody is ever above anything. And yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. Have a good day and learn from me, and don't go into any job and let anybody know anything about you. Keep your life personal. Unfortunately, they have my numbers because where I work, if you're sick or whatever, it's advised to, you know, ring the mobile number of whoever and whatever, and I've got their mobile numbers, but I'm going to block everybody. I'm going to block everybody. Their mobile numbers will only be able to contact me via normal call or text message. Yeah, and that's that. Bye.